I don't see ILR as being a cornerstone of British law in any way at all. In fact,
The
I see it as
retrospective element of ILR specifically.
well, the retrospective element would depend if people who were here were either contributing to society and on the road to citizenship, because it's kind of the halfway house in between. And if people are doing that and are on that road, we're not going to have a problem. But if people are abusing the system under ILR, then I think we've got every right to say to them, look, this just can't go on forever. So I think actually what we're saying is pretty reasonable in every sense and would actually attract very widespread support. But look, let's face it, most of the legal community in Britain have been living on ECHR, Human Rights Act type laws, and so we are talking about a fundamental change of culture over decades, and that's going to come as a shock to many people in that world. Okay, I've got just two more.
Mr Farage, analysis suggests that Reform's policy on the two-child benefit cap would help less than 1% of those affected, putting almost 500,000 children back into poverty. When it comes to a vote, will Reform vote against lifting the two-child benefit cap in full? And for Ms Cunningham, London is considered to be one of the most diverse and successfully multicultural cities in the world. Do you think it's too diverse?
Do you want to have a go at that?
Yeah, so of course it's the most diverse. My parents came here in the 60s from Egypt. It's not about diversity. What I find is, so when my parents came in the 60s, immigration was in the tens of thousands, and when it's so little, you have to integrate, right? Even if you don't want to, but my parents did. But what you found in certain parts of London is that immigration is too much, and when it's too many, they dominate. And you do have certain parts of London where people who were born in that area, grew up there, do not feel it's their part anymore. It doesn't feel like London. And that is a problem. But in terms of diversity, no, it's great, it's diverse, we're doing well, but we have to all operate under the umbrella that it is a British city and it's a British country, and people that come to London have to embrace British culture. You don't come to London expecting London to change for you, and I find that some people come, expect it to change for them, and when it doesn't change for them, they say we're racist. There's absolutely nothing racist about that. It's called patriotism, and if you come here, you've got to be on board with that.
No, absolutely right. Absolutely right. On the two-child cap, look, I regret that my comments have been so willfully misinterpreted. I tried to say something that was pro-family, which I know hasn't been heard from any party in decades. I was trying to be pro-family, pro-children, pro-working people who find it very, very hard to pay for childcare. It's a disincentive for them to have children and to go to work at the same time. So look, I think the way this government is doing it, well, looking at some of the stats, it's going to start to benefit huge numbers of foreign-born people. And that goes back to this point. We have to prioritise British-born people, whether it's for child benefit or whether it's for social housing. And so I think when it comes, we will vote against it.